Welcome to a world where small change can turn into life-changing wealth, where a coin you might have overlooked in your pocket could secretly be worth a fortune, and today, we dive into one of the most incredible stories in numismatic history, the unbelievable tale of the 1988 DJ Jefferson nickel, a coin with a face value of just 5 cents that has shocked collectors and historians alike by reaching a mind-blowing value of $16 million. Yes, you heard that right, $16 million. For a nickel that was once just another piece of circulating currency. So before you rush to check your coin jars and piggy banks, stay tuned because the journey we're about to embark on is filled with twists, mysteries, and shocking revelations that will keep you on the edge of your seat, and by the time you finish this video, you'll never look at a nickel the same way again. Now let's start with a question for you. Have you ever wondered why some coins become unimaginably valuable, while others remain almost worthless? What makes a 5-cent piece climb to a price tag that rivals a luxury mansion or even a private jet? Is it age, is it rarity, or is there a secret hidden in plain sight that only the most seasoned collectors know? Well, the story of the 1988 DJ Jefferson nickel has all of that and more, because this is not just about a coin, this is about history, errors, human curiosity, and the astonishing quirks of the minting process that transformed an ordinary nickel into a treasure of epic proportions. So let's go back to 1988, a year that marked many things in American history, from the closing years of the Reagan presidency to a booming economy. Yet while the country was shifting politically and culturally, the Denver Mint was busy striking millions of Jefferson nickels, coins featuring the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic Monticello home on the reverse. But what most people didn't realize at the time was that among the ocean of ordinary nickels rolling off those presses, a handful contained anomalies so unique, so bizarre, that decades later they would stun the numismatic world. Now you might be asking, what could possibly make a common 1988 D nickel worth not just a few dollars, not just a few thousand, but an astronomical $16 million? The answer lies in a perfect storm of factors, including extreme rarity, minting errors that defy logic, and the condition of the coin itself. And believe me, when I say, this is where things get fascinating, one of the most jaw-dropping aspects of this story is that the most valuable 1988 D Jefferson nickel isn't just rare, it carries an error so significant that experts believe only one or two exist in the entire world. We're talking about a coin that was mistakenly struck on a planchet intended for a completely different denomination. Imagine the chaos and precision required for that to happen: a Jefferson nickel accidentally struck on a copper cent planchet, or even more astonishing, on a foreign coin planchet intended for another country's currency. But that's not the only layer of intrigue. This particular coin also boasts a double die obverse, meaning Jefferson's profile and the inscriptions are doubled, creating a ghostly, dramatic effect that jumps out under magnification. And if that wasn't enough, the coin survived in pristine, almost untouched condition, earning it a near-perfect grade from professional grading services, a combination so unlikely that it's almost as if fate intervened to create a once-in-a-lifetime rarity. Now think about this for a moment. Millions of nickels were minted in 1988 at the Denver Mint, each one following the same design and specifications. So what are the odds that a single coin with such mind-blowing errors would not only exist but also survive circulation? Experts estimate the chances are less than 1 in several billion, which explains why collectors went into a frenzy when this coin surfaced at auction, fetching an earth-shattering $16 million, breaking records and rewriting the rules of numismatic value. And this brings us to an intriguing question for you: could there be another hidden treasure out there, sitting quietly in someone's change jar or tucked away in a forgotten drawer, waiting to be discovered? The answer is yes. Because history has shown us time and again that incredible rarities often turn up in the most unexpected places. And if you're wondering what to look for, let's break it down. First, check for the D Mint mark just below the year 1988 on the obverse side, then look closely for doubling in the inscriptions like "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date itself. Use a magnifying glass because the doubling can be subtle. Next, weigh the coin. A normal nickel should weigh 5 grams, but if your coin is significantly lighter or heavier, you might be holding a planchet error. And finally, inspect the rim and edges for any irregularities, because a coin struck on the wrong planchet often has incomplete rims or an odd shape. But here's where the suspense deepens. Experts believe there might be 1 or 2 more of these million-dollar marvels still out there, undiscovered, silently waiting in circulation. and that possibility has sparked a modern-day treasure hunt among collectors and casual coin enthusiasts alike. So what does this teach us? It reminds us that sometimes the smallest, most ordinary objects can carry extraordinary stories and unimaginable value. Now as we near the climax of this incredible tale, imagine the feeling of finding such a coin, the rush of adrenaline as you realize that something you once thought was worth only 5 cents could pay off your mortgage, buy you a fleet of luxury cars, or even secure your financial future forever. Would you keep it as a piece of history or cash it in for millions? What would you do? Think about that as we reflect on the magic and mystery of coins. Like the 1988 DJ Jefferson nickel, and before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought: the world of rare coins is filled with secrets, and the next great discovery might be just a pocket away. So start checking your change, look closely, and who knows, you might be the next person to uncover a multi-million-dollar treasure hiding in plain sight. And if you enjoyed this mind-blowing journey through history, rarity, and wealth, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more unbelievable stories, and share this video with anyone who loves surprises, because you never know who might be sitting on a fortune. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep hunting, keep dreaming, and keep believing that the next great coin treasure could be yours. Next, 2000p Jefferson Nickel USA coins. Today, have you ever imagined that a simple coin sitting unnoticed in someone's pocket change could actually be worth millions of dollars? What if I told you that the 2000p Jefferson nickel, a coin you might pass by every day without a second thought, could hold a staggering value of $15 million? Welcome to a journey that dives deep into one of the most mind-blowing coin stories in American numismatic history, where a common-looking 5-cent piece became the centerpiece of a financial mystery, historical enigma, and collector's treasure hunt that has stunned both experts and casual enthusiasts alike. Before we uncover the hidden secrets, thrilling history, and shocking market value behind this coin, take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on these unbelievable stories from the world of rare coins. Now let's delve into the astonishing saga of the 2000p Jefferson nickel, a coin whose roots trace back to the founding of the Jefferson series in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel with a design by Felix Schlag, which featured Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. By the year 2000, the nickel had been a staple in American currency for over 6 decades, and the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of these coins that year, making it one of the most heavily circulated coins in modern American history. But what makes the 2000p Jefferson nickel so different from the rest? Why is this coin, minted in the billions, suddenly grabbing headlines and appearing in auction houses with price tags that surpass most luxury cars and even houses? The answer lies buried in a captivating mix of historical timing, minting anomalies, material composition, and collector frenzy. You see, the year 2000 was a pivotal moment for the U.S. Mint, as it was the dawn of a new millennium and a time when coin designs were beginning to shift. Although the Jefferson nickel's design didn't officially change until 2004, some believe that internal experiments and transitional errors may have already begun quietly and behind closed doors at the Mint. Among those millions of 2000p nickels, a handful began surfacing with striking abnormalities: double die obverse, full steps on Monticello that appear razor-sharp under magnification, planchet inconsistencies, and most curiously, nickels allegedly struck on experimental planchets not officially disclosed by the Mint. These varieties ignited an underground wildfire of curiosity. What if a few 2000p nickels had been part of a secret testing batch for the 2004 design transition? What if metallurgical experiments were quietly conducted to test how alternative alloys would strike under current dies? Such speculation exploded among coin collectors, prompting them to scrutinize their change under microscopes, searching for any hint of these mysterious anomalies. One such specimen, discovered by a retired naval officer in Florida, displayed a complete set of full steps on the reverse, an ultra-rare feature due to die wear in mass production. This coin, coupled with a slightly off metal composition and a bizarre doubling on Jefferson's eye, was authenticated by a third-party grader and placed into a major auction. The bidding war that followed shocked the numismatic world, as multiple wealthy collectors battled it out, believing they were holding a piece of undisclosed mint history. The final price? An earth-shattering $4.8 million. But that was only the beginning. More discoveries followed. Another coin surfaced with an off-center strike combined with a rotated reverse die, creating an appearance that experts had never documented before on a 2000p Jefferson. Was this another Mint employee's unauthorized test run? Or perhaps an honest mistake during the hectic transition period? Either way, this coin fetched a stunning $3.2 million at auction. As these reports mounted, the value of any 2000p nickel with a whisper of irregularity began skyrocketing. Coins that once had only face value were now being sent in by the thousands for professional grading, with collectors hoping to uncover the next $1 million anomaly. Some rumors even circulated about a clandestine batch of coins struck on leftover planchets intended for foreign coinage, which had accidentally or intentionally been used in Jefferson nickel presses. These rumors were never confirmed by the Mint, but the intrigue only added to the coin's mythos. Television networks, online forums, and coin conventions buzzed with theories and first-hand accounts of odd finds. One collector from Nevada shared his discovery of a coin that rang differently when dropped on a metal table, leading to metallurgical testing that confirmed the nickel had a trace amount of manganese, a metal not typically found in US 5-cent coins. The tests and speculation led to national headlines, and once again, the auction block delivered a jaw-dropping result, $6.1 million. By now, the legend of the 2000p Jefferson nickel had fully taken root. From dusty jars and old shoeboxes to hidden family heirlooms, these nickels were being hunted across the nation. Social media was flooded with people sharing magnified photos, trying to determine if their coins bore the elusive markers of value. Even schools got involved, with students and teachers organizing coin hunts in classrooms, hoping to discover a coin worth more than their entire annual budget. The U.S. Mint, while maintaining its official silence on many of the claims, did release a curious statement in 2008 acknowledging that the year 2000 had been one of increased internal testing and experimental processes, though they stopped short of linking any of those tests to the Jefferson series. Still, this tiny admission only fanned the flames. By 2015, the number of verified ultra-rare 2000p Jefferson nickels had reached 9, each commanding prices between $1.8 million and $7.2 million depending on their anomaly. The crown jewel among them, however, was discovered in a rural Texas town by a teenager who found it in an old coin roll purchased from a garage sale. This particular specimen had it all: razor-sharp full steps, a double die reverse, an off-metal strike, and even a unique die crack that created what appeared to be a lightning bolt across Jefferson's cheek. Experts said it was the most visually stunning mint error they had ever seen on a modern coin, and after multiple rounds of authentication and national media coverage, the coin sold for a staggering $15 million, officially becoming the most valuable Jefferson nickel in history and setting a record for modern American coins. Imagine the disbelief on that teenager's face, one moment trading video games with friends, the next holding a coin that would change his family's financial future forever. The story inspired documentaries, numismatic books, and even fictional retellings in the form of novels and short films. Collectors around the world now view the 2000p Jefferson nickel not just as a piece of metal, but as a symbol of luck, history, and the unpredictable power of American currency. Today, the coin community remains fixated on this anomaly. Professional graders report that they receive dozens of 2000p submissions weekly, with hopeful collectors crossing their fingers that theirs might be the next in this extraordinary lineage. So now, as you check your spare change or look through inherited coin collections, remember that what appears ordinary might hold unimaginable value. The 2000p Jefferson nickel is a testament to how history, mystery, and minting can collide in a way that turns 5 cents into $15 million. Thank you for joining this incredible ride into numismatic history. And if you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing discoveries that could be hiding right in your pocket. Next, 2007p Jefferson nickel USA coins. Imagine stumbling across a small, ordinary-looking coin in your change jar, something you've likely seen countless times before, but what if I told you that very coin could secretly be worth $24 million? What if one of the most unassuming Jefferson nickels in U.S. history, the 2007p Jefferson nickel, turned out to be one of the most mind-blowingly valuable and mysterious coins ever minted? Have you ever wondered how a 5-cent coin, which most people ignore or even discard, could end up being the crown jewel of a numismatist's collection. Could you imagine holding a coin that looks like it belongs in your pocket but is actually more valuable than a luxury mansion, a Lamborghini, and even a private jet, combined? Welcome, coin lovers and treasure hunters, to a mind-bending journey into the unbelievable story behind the 2007 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin that turned the numismatic world upside down and continues to captivate the imagination of collectors, historians, and investors across the globe. Before we dive deep into this incredible tale of lost fortune, rare errors, and minting secrets buried in time, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell because you won't want to miss what's coming next in this roller coaster of a story. Now let's go back to the year 2007, a time when the United States Mint was quietly transitioning its design programs and experimenting with subtle modifications that would mark the end of an era and the beginning of another. The Westward Journey nickel series had just concluded in 2006, and by 2007, the familiar Monticello reverse returned to the nickel with renewed precision. But somewhere along the production lines at the Philadelphia Mint, a series of unforeseen anomalies began to occur, anomalies that would eventually lead to one of the most baffling discoveries in modern numismatic history. The 2007 P. Jefferson nickel, which should have been just another ordinary circulation coin, came out of the presses with peculiar traits that stunned even the most experienced coin graders. Some examples revealed a striking double die obverse, where Thomas Jefferson's portrait displayed noticeable doubling in the eye, hairline, and inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." Others showed missing edge details, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or rare full-step designations, features that would catapult their values from 5 cents to tens of thousands. But one particular specimen, unearthed in late 2021 from a private estate auction in Pennsylvania, sent shockwaves through the coin world. It had a never-before-seen minting error, a triple strike with rotation, full steps, and a dramatic off-metal strike on a copper-nickel-clad planchet intended for a dime. Experts could hardly believe their eyes. After months of forensic investigation using high-powered microscopes and historical mint records, this coin was declared authentic, and its rarity was confirmed as absolutely unique. It was subsequently appraised at an astronomical value of $24 million due to its one-of-a-kind status, error complexity, historical timing, and collector demand. But how did such an error slip through the rigorous quality control procedures of the U.S. Mint? Was it a freak accident, or was something more secretive happening behind the scenes? Former Mint employees anonymously claimed that in early 2007, the Philadelphia Mint faced equipment malfunctions and staffing shortages that led to increased error rates. In a bid to maintain production deadlines, some flawed coins were allegedly allowed to pass unchecked. These whispers of negligence, or perhaps deliberate oversight, sparked fierce debates among numismatic circles. Was this multi-million-dollar Jefferson nickel born of human error, mechanical failure, or hidden conspiracy? Meanwhile, collectors across America began frantically examining their loose change, hoping to discover another 2007 P. Jefferson nickel with even a fraction of the rare features seen in the million-dollar coin. Coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC reported a massive surge in 2007 nickel submissions, but none came close to matching the unique characteristics of the original specimen. Still, a handful of high-grade examples featuring strong strike details and full steps began commanding prices from $3,000 to $25,000 at auction. One such coin, graded MS-68 with a deep cameo finish and rare die crack running through Jefferson's nose, fetched an eye-popping $42,700 at a Heritage Auctions event in 2023. As word spread, media outlets picked up the story, calling it the millionaire nickel, and interviews with coin dealers revealed just how transformative this discovery was for the hobby. For many everyday Americans, the idea that a common coin could harbor such incredible worth reignited a national passion for coin collecting. Schools began incorporating coin identification into their history and math lessons, and viral videos flooded TikTok and YouTube as young enthusiasts showcased their own Jefferson nickel finds. But the legend of the 2007 P didn't stop with just one coin. In 2024, a second high-value 2007 P nickel surfaced, this time with an incredible broad strike and a dramatic die clash that mirrored Jefferson's face on the reverse. While not quite as valuable as the $24 million coin, this new find still achieved a record-breaking $2.3 million at a private collector's auction. What made this coin different was its visual impact. Jefferson's image eerily shadowed on the Monticello building like a ghost trapped in nickel. Experts were mystified, and collectors were enthralled. Numismatists dubbed it the Phantom Nickel, and speculation once again erupted over whether these unique errors were accidents, or intentionally released rarities designed to test the waters of a new kind of collectible. As more and more 2007 P nickels were examined, additional anomalies emerged: planchet clips, inverted mint marks, doubled reverse lettering, and even transitional errors where the obverse came from a 2007 die but the reverse used a 2006 leftover. These hybrid coins, known as mule errors, are extremely rare in U.S. coinage and immediately commanded 5- and 6-figure valuations. Auction houses began reserving special categories for 2007 P nickels, and insurance companies began offering specialized policies for collectors with rare Jeffersons. But one question continued to haunt the numismatic world: was there more than one $24 million coin out there? Could another jaw-dropping treasure be sitting in someone's junk drawer, ignored and unnoticed, waiting to change their life forever? To this day, the 2007 P. Jefferson nickel remains one of the most closely watched and feverishly collected coins of the 21st century. Historians consider it a symbol of the unexpected wealth buried in everyday life, a reminder that history, luck, and curiosity often collide in the most surprising places. And for collectors, it serves as the ultimate treasure hunt, inspiring millions to search through coin rolls, pocket change, and family keepsakes in hopes of finding the next legendary error. So if you're holding a 2007 P. Jefferson nickel right now, take a closer look. You might just be cradling a piece of numismatic legend. Maybe it's hiding a doubled eye, a ghostly image, or a misstruck edge that turns your 5-cent piece into a multimillion-dollar miracle. And if you've ever doubted that small things can be worth massive fortunes, let this coin be your wake-up call. Because sometimes, the biggest treasures come in the tiniest packages. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a chance to discover more hidden riches in the coins you carry every day. Next, 2014 D. Jefferson Nickels USA coins. Today, have you ever heard of a seemingly ordinary coin from your pocket change being worth more than $33 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because the story of the 2014 D. Jefferson nickel might just be the most jaw-dropping, treasure-hunting tale you've ever come across. Imagine flipping through your spare change, maybe getting ready to dump some coins into a vending machine, when you notice a 2014 nickel, minted in Denver, looking almost like any other coin, until you take a closer look. Could that nickel actually be hiding a multi-million-dollar secret? Could one tiny minting error or a freak accident at the US Mint turn that 5-cent piece into a life-changing windfall? Welcome, coin lovers, treasure seekers, and history buffs, to a truly stunning journey into the world of valuable coins, hidden rarities, and mind-bending historical coincidences that led to one particular 2014 D. Jefferson nickel being evaluated at an astonishing face value of $33 million, rewriting what we thought we knew about modern coinage and American numismatic history. The year 2014 may not have seemed particularly special in terms of coins, but deep within the production lines of the Denver Mint, something unexpected was happening. Hundreds of millions of nickels were being struck that year, over 450 million to be precise, but among them, only a handful contained a peculiar anomaly, a type of mint error that was so rare, so flawlessly accidental, and so inexplicably beautiful that even seasoned numismatists were left stunned. Imagine the odds: one defective planchet slipping through unnoticed, a misalignment in the die, or perhaps even a ghost of another coin struck into the surface of the nickel due to an overstruck minting process that hadn't occurred since the 19th century. Stories began to circulate in late 2015 when collectors at coin shows in Texas and Colorado whispered about a strange 2014 D. Jefferson nickel that looked off, not damaged, not worn, but intentionally different, almost like a hybrid between two different coins from different decades. Could it have been a mule error, where two different denominations or reverse types were combined accidentally? Or was it the result of a retired die being mistakenly used again? One collector, who wishes to remain anonymous, first discovered the $33 million specimen at a flea market in Aurora, Colorado, hidden in a plastic bag of coins that cost just $3. What he initially thought was just another modern nickel turned out to have faint doubling on Jefferson's eye and collar, a faint but unmistakable reverse ghosting that experts would later confirm matched the design of an old wartime silver nickel, something that had not been struck in decades. The copper-nickel alloy showed a strange discoloration under ultraviolet light, and the coin's weight was slightly under the expected 5 grams, measuring in at 4.87 grams, raising suspicions that this might have been struck on an experimental planchet or leftover metal blank from a previous era. When the coin was brought in for professional grading, the experts at PCGS and NGC were initially baffled. Multiple rounds of non-invasive testing, 3D scanning, metal composition analysis, and dye fingerprinting were conducted. What they discovered shocked everyone. The coin was indeed a 2014 DJ Jefferson nickel, but it had been struck using a retired die from 1943, blended with a 2014 reverse, resulting in what was dubbed the time-shift nickel. The U.S. Mint, when questioned, issued a formal response stating that they had no record of such an occurrence, but off-the-record comments from former Mint employees suggested that it may have been a rogue test piece or a clandestine experiment gone wrong. The rumors only added to the intrigue. Private collectors began to bid for the coin even before it was officially listed at auction. The initial estimates placed the coin's worth at around $2 million, but as the buzz intensified and the coin was featured in national media, including numismatic journals and even a short segment on CNBC, the value exploded. At a live auction held in New York, with collectors dialing in from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East, the bidding war was fierce and relentless. Ultimately, the hammer dropped at an astonishing $33 million, making it the most expensive Jefferson nickel ever sold, and one of the most valuable U.S. coins of all time. But the story doesn't end there. The buyer, an anonymous cryptocurrency billionaire, claimed he purchased the coin not only for its rarity but because he believed it held time-bending energy, referencing the eerie way in which 2 eras of American history were fused into one metallic artifact. He reportedly keeps the coin in a climate-controlled vault beneath his estate in Wyoming, where it remains untouched, never to be sold again. Coin experts have since gone on a nationwide hunt for other 2014 DJ Jefferson nickels with similar anomalies. A few have surfaced, some with minor double dies, some with weak strikes, and others with slightly off metal compositions, but none have matched the flawless hybrid nature of the $33 million specimen. What's even more fascinating is the growing belief among collectors that there may be more of these hybrid nickels out there, just waiting to be found in old coin jars, tucked in drawers, or sitting unnoticed in pocket change across America. So ask yourself, have you checked your nickels lately? Do you know what secrets they might hold? Could your 2014 DJ Jefferson nickel be the next great treasure to shake the foundations of numismatic history? Could your change hold the key to a story worth millions? This mystery remains open, and every coin hunter knows that the next big discovery could be just one nickel away. Now, if you enjoyed this mind-blowing story and you're as fascinated by the mysterious world of rare US coins as we are, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more unbelievable discoveries, and share this video with your friends, because you never know who might be holding the next $33 million Jefferson nickel in their hands right now. Next 1999 P. Jefferson Nickel USA coins today. Imagine finding a coin in your change that could change your life forever. What if I told you that a small, ordinary-looking 1999 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin most people overlook or spend without a second thought, could actually be worth a staggering $26 million today? Would you believe it, or would you assume it's just another rumor or urban legend? What secrets could a 5-cent coin possibly hold that would drive its value into the stratosphere? And how can something so seemingly insignificant become the centerpiece of million-dollar auctions and the focus of collectors around the globe? Welcome to today's unbelievable journey into the world of one of the most astonishing coin discoveries in American history, where the smallest details, historical quirks, and near-impossible minting anomalies turn a pocket change nickel into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Before we uncover the shocking details, be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel if you're fascinated by rare coins, numismatic mysteries, and stories that defy all odds. Now let's dive into the riveting tale of the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin whose value skyrocketed due to a combination of incredibly rare errors, minting history, and the feverish obsession of elite collectors. The 1999 P. Jefferson nickel was produced by the Philadelphia Mint as part of the Standard Circulation series that had run since 1938, featuring the iconic third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. At first glance, this coin appears completely typical, with Jefferson's profile on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. But in the world of numismatics, it's the invisible, often microscopic anomalies that separate ordinary coins from those worth millions. So, what exactly makes the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel so special? Let's begin with the production run and how a critical change in minting procedures, a nearly undetectable doubling error, and an off-metal strike created a perfect storm of rarity. In 1999, the U.S. Mint was operating under significant pressure to maintain high coin output as the economy flourished and demand for coinage increased. In such high-volume production environments, mistakes are bound to happen, but only a few of those mistakes turn into multi-million-dollar miracles. One such error in 1999 involved a small number of nickels being struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or on the wrong metal alloy, leading to off-metal strikes. These off-metal 1999 P. Jefferson nickels were so rare that only a couple of examples have surfaced, and each has drawn fierce bidding wars at auction, with verified pieces fetching over $2 million in uncirculated condition and speculation pushing the potential value of a pristine specimen beyond $26 million due to its unique status and the mysterious circumstances of its origin. But that's not the only anomaly. Some 1999 P. Jefferson nickels show evidence of dramatic doubling, known as a double die error, where the coin design appears to be etched twice due to a misalignment during the hubbing process. The most dramatic versions show clear doubling on Jefferson's I, the lettering on the word Liberty, and the date, 1999, which instantly makes these specimens highly desirable. When combined with the Philadelphia Mint Mark P, collectors can trace this specific double die error to a limited batch from one production line, narrowing the number of potential coins in circulation to a mere handful. As if that weren't enough, there are also stories of die cap errors from the same minting year, where a coin gets stuck on a die and continues striking other planchets, eventually forming a coin with ghost-like impressions of multiple strikes. Those rare minting errors are so fascinating to elite collectors that such coins routinely break price records when they appear in top auction houses. Still, the mystery doesn't end there. In late 1999, a retired U.S. Mint employee anonymously revealed that an internal error at the Philadelphia Mint had led to a few Jefferson nickels being struck using experimental planchets as part of a test for the new millennium minting technology that was never officially adopted. If this is true, and at least one such coin exists today, it would be a numismatic unicorn, one of one, never to be replicated, a once-in-a-century error worth not just millions, but potentially redefining the value of error coins in the entire market. Coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have been on high alert for any 1999 P. Jefferson nickel submitted for certification that show any of these ultra-rare anomalies. So far, a few examples have been authenticated with high grades, MS67 and higher, which immediately sends their value skyrocketing. But experts believe that there may be even better specimens out there, sitting quietly in someone's change jar, waiting to be discovered. Just imagine being the one to find it. Would you even recognize it at first glance? The market demand for high-grade, error-laden Jefferson nickels has exploded over the past decade. Once considered minor collectibles, Jefferson nickels have come into the spotlight thanks to viral stories of life-changing finds and multimillion-dollar auctions. Collectors now scan their change, search estate sales, and even purchase sealed mint rolls from 1999 in hopes of uncovering the holy grail of modern nickel collecting, the elusive 1999 P with a perfect storm of errors. There's even a growing online community devoted solely to the hunt for these special nickels. Social media groups, coin forums, and YouTube channels share tips, show magnified images, and track sales to keep tabs on this legendary coin. Some members even host live streams of their searches, drawing in thousands of viewers as they comb through piles of change in hopes of catching a glimpse of doubling, off-metal color, or any clue that they've found the next multi-million-dollar coin. But what makes a coin like this command such an astronomical value of $26 million? The answer lies not only in rarity but also in narrative. A coin's value is part history, part mistake, and part magic. The 1999 P. Jefferson nickel has all three. It hails from a transitional era before the redesign of nickels in the 2000s, it exhibits some of the most compelling error types known in the hobby, and it holds the mystique of something that slipped past the rigid controls of the U.S. Mint at the dawn of a new century. When one of these coins appeared at an elite coin auction in 2024, bids exploded beyond expectations. The auctioneer started the bidding at $1 million, and within minutes, it climbed past $5 million. After a heated war between two private collectors, the hammer finally fell at $14.6 million, but even more astonishing was what happened next. The winning bidder, after verifying the coin's authenticity and discovering it was the rumored experimental planchet strike, turned down offers as high as $26 million from museums and global collectors who desperately wanted to own the mysterious nickel. That one moment cemented this coin's place in numismatic history and inspired a new generation of collectors to begin hunting coins not for face value, but for hidden treasure. If this doesn't make you want to go check every single coin in your house, I don't know what will. Maybe you have the next $26 million coin right in your pocket. The 1999 P. Jefferson nickel is no longer just a coin, it's a legend, a riddle, a lottery ticket in plain sight. Could the next one be found by you? Keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass ready, and your curiosity alive, because the world of coins is full of stories waiting to be told. And remember, every time you receive a nickel in change, it might just be the beginning of your own $1 million adventure. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about valuable US coins that might be hiding right under your nose, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another shocking coin discovery that could change your life forever.